This show is brought to you by 106th Street Tire and Wheel. 106th Street Tire and Wheel. Get your tires fixed and bought here today. What's up, y'all? It's a Thursday. Again. It's Boogie, Chet, Steele. And we're going to start this show off having an issue with somebody. Now, everybody here knows that we have two shows here, right? So we're all familiar with the Power Hour on Mondays, right? We're very familiar with the Power Hour on Mondays. We have a problem with this gentleman right here.
Mm-hmm.
This gentleman, Lou DiMartino. Guys, please tell me what the frustration you have with this fella right here.
Yo, first of all, I'm gonna give him a big up because I seen his honor roll status. You know what I'm saying? So big up to him and his yes. Goals in education. However,
I'll give him that. Go ahead.
However, I'm sick and tired of bigging up your Power Hour and you don't show us no love. First of all,
exactly.
We birthed you. We gave you the right and the branch to be yourself and go into your own show. We gave you what you needed. And you have the nerve to turn your back on us?
Mm-hmm.
You are the lowest form of life.
Lowest form of life?
If your show wasn't a part of our organization, I wouldn't even talk to you anymore.
Chet, how do you feel about this?
Well, like I said, I tried to reach out to his representatives. They still have not got back to me as of yet. And yes, I am sort of pissed off at him too. Like
his representative is Lonnie, but she doesn't watch the show.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, I have to go through Lonnie? That's what I have to do? Okay. Yeah. So I have to go a different representative. But I agree with Steele. I mean, we push their show. We do it all the time. And we don't get any love back. What's going on? At least Billy does it every so often.
Yeah, sad.
I mean, we get like how much book? Like this much love? Yeah. I mean,
if that.
I mean, and Billy talks about our show like in the very beginning of the show, like people have been watching yet.
Sad.
Like, but we every week we see this every week. We big up the Power Hour every week.
I got people arrive up to me, yo, that Monday show is amazing, this, that, whatever. You guys don't do a show no more?
Yeah, I've got that too.
Well, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know that we got a show still. They wouldn't know that we get drunk on Thursdays. They wouldn't know.
That's our summer show, baby. Here we go.
They wouldn't know. Listen, they don't even toast on Mondays. Not even a glass of milk.
Yeah.
Here we are, tipsy on Thursdays, and we can't get no love on Mondays.
I know.
What's the matter with the free world?
Guys, you guys sound just as mad as Pete Weber was before he got kicked out.
Let's go to the video.
Let's go to the videotape. Absolutely.
Guys, we don't normally show bowling, but this is the Pete Weber outburst. We hear the lady clapping obnoxiously over a spare. So this is Pete Weber here, guys. This is who do you think you are? I am, guy.
Gotta love guy.
Now here he is talking trash to the lady.
No, you don't. I don't either.
He don't give a ish. She knows. She don't either.
Just a game, man.
It's just a game, man. But it's my money.
My money. My life, my money.
All right. So people are like, wow, that was awkward, right? So with poise, because he's a professional, he goes up there to the line.
What a true bowler would do. What a true bowler would do.
Very slowly flushes the pocket. Suck it.
Oh. Take that with you.
And he subsequently gets disciplined. What do you
got? Disqualified.
Yeah, disqualified. And he was leading.
And he was leading the tournament too at the time.
What's up with that?
I'll say this. Anybody that follows bowling, and most of the
people
talking
bowling, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody that follows, because we're a well-rounded show. It's not just one square that we're in. You know, we just don't talk one sport.
Yeah, we're in 3 squares, as you can see.
3 squares out here. Pause. I don't like the way that sounded. Anyway, Pete Weber has been Pete Weber for how many years, bro? Pete Weber has been doing the same antics for how long? He did nothing different. He did nothing different. He does what he was doing when he was on the Pro Tour. Why are they so sensitive? Why has bowling become so sensitive? Chet, can you please tell me why?
I don't get it either. Bowling needs all the help they can get when it comes to TV ratings, national exposure. He's a perfect person who does it, and all of a sudden, and here's the worst part. The worst part is that his brother is the senior tour director of the PBA, and he didn't even go to bat for him. That's the worst part.
Boy, what is the world coming to where we can't get what would we call it, a double check? What do we call that?
Just can't double check.
What is that called with the crotch?
Well, that's
I don't
the
know.
suck it.
DX shot.
That's called the suck it.
Well, we can't do a chop to the crotch. What does the world come to that we can't?
In the wrestling world, that was the suck it. That's what that was called.
Oh yeah, in the wrestling, but for Pete Weber, that's we've been doing that for.
He told her.
Years.
He told her to suck it. That's what.
Yes, he did.
He
said, "Take this home with you."
Let's not put lipstick on a pig. He told her to suck it. That's what he said.
I mean, in our world, we have heard much worse, bro. So let's not shame on the PBA for banning my man. You know what? They took his money out of his pocket.
What did they do to him?
Yeah,
they took his money out of his pocket.
Yeah,
no, before that,
they banned him.
Well,
I mean, banned him for that tournament.
Right.
Yeah, he was leading the tournament too.
Yeah, they took him out.
What kind of sorry stuff is that?
So imagine if you correlated basketball and bowling together, where they kick you out for flopping. Like, could that be a thing?
Marcus Smart wouldn't be in the league. I can tell you that for sure.
That's what we see here. But what's crazy is, right, last week, I saw so many confident people talking about Boston's the better team and Boston is going to walk away with this, and Draymond is trash and Clay is trash and Curry can't do it by himself and stuff like that. But guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I already said from the beginning, and you could quote me, that I felt that the Warriors are gonna win this series. And to me, I feel like the turning point of this entire series was right here.
Curry, another long-distance shot. It's good. Steph Curry.
When you see Curry talking trash to the Boston fans, it's over, bro. He said, "This is my city."
Yeah, I sort of agree. I mean, that was, he doesn't do that. But like I said, there's another factor or another turning point in the series, I thought, coming from that game also, besides Curry.
Oh yeah, and what was that?
Yeah.
Was it this right here?
Oh yes, is it Mr. Wiggins?
Well, they have bounced back in a big way. Wiggins drives and
boom! Send it home, baby.
Point from Andrew Wiggins.
Simple as this. Like I told you guys last week, I said the key to the series, if Andrew Wiggins shows up, Boston doesn't have a prayer. Period.
Listen,
they have nobody that can stop him on defense.
You know what? I feel like in the series, I mean, first of all, the last game was trash. It was a horrible watch. Everybody was chucking up terrible 3-point shots and breaking off the backboard. It was a difficult game to watch.
Just let him gather. I just want him to gather himself. Because,
right.
So
I'll continue.
He wanted to talk about hard and
another key I've seen is actually Golden State is actually showing up early in these games, playing defense. As you remember, the first game they were getting killed. The other series they weren't playing, showing up early. They've been showing up playing defense.
Listen,
for 4 quarters the last few games.
Let's not substitute bad shooting for good defense. Okay, Boston was taking some terrible shots, and what the Warriors were doing, they was getting rebounds. I don't know if that is the same thing as defense. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's in the same category.
You want to know what's defense, bro? The defense is have Belinga and having Wiggins shut Tatum down. That's defense.
Yo, listen, let me
there's no denying that, bro.
Let me tell you something. If Chet got something right, it was that. Wiggins is it's not Klay Thompson.
It's Wiggins.
It's not Draymond Green. It's Wiggins. And Wiggins You know what? Salute to that brother.
Double.
He's playing.
Double,
He's
double.
playing like the number one overall.
Exactly. You beat me too. I was going to say the same thing. He's playing like the number one pick he was drafted as.
That's the guy.
The Timberwolves
that
fans
Timberwolves
is like,
looking for.
where
Where's
was this guy?
Right.
Yep.
You know what? But I think
It's that system, bro.
I'm glad you said that.
Exactly.
I want to get away from the game itself and talk about guards, and not just guards, players that flourish in certain systems. I think Wiggins is very good in that system. I think Poole is a very good guard in that Warriors system. I think you take Poole out of that system,
He'll be okay. It won't be like he is now. He'll be okay.
And you take a guy like Brunson out of Dallas, out of that Dallas system.
Now see, that's an unfair comparison, because reason why I say that is when they're completely healthy with Luka Doncic, the system is different than when Doncic is out and he's playing. Like, he plays a completely different game. Like, when Doncic is in the game and when he's out the game, it's two different things. If you know what I'm saying, because Doncic demands having the basketball in his hands, and Jalen Brunson, like, in his game, he showed he could play off ball and he can demand the basketball in his hands. So like the one that's going to get paid is the one who has the basketball in his hands. That Jalen Brunson, that's the one who's going to get paid. So I mean, but there's nothing flashy about his game.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like his game.
But he commands the offense, though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He takes it to the basket with authority. He doesn't go soft into the basket. You know what I'm saying? He makes really decisive decisions. So it's not like Poole, like you said, when you brought up Poole, it's not kind of the same thing, because Poole is just trying to go into the fold of Curry. He just want to shoot long jump shots off of the screens and stuff like that. And he's not as consistent because he's not Curry. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if this, I'm sorry, Control, but if this series doesn't show the greatness of that guy, then I don't know what else to tell you as far as an argument, bro.
There's no argument. Listen, what Curry showed you in the last game is that he don't need to shoot threes to beat you.
Right.
He was passing. He was rebounding.
Taking it to the basket.
He was taking it to the basket.
Yep.
Like
talking trash to Boston fans. Like
that.
And he's telling them, listen, my team can get me to the finish line. On Boston side, and listen, I see you got me. I thought Boston was going to do something. I thought Tatum and Brown and with a semi-healthy Marcus Smart, I thought they was going to really, but it's like,
you know what happened?
Tatum turned into Julius Randle.
No, it's adjustments. This is what I said the last show. You want to trash Kerr? Adjustments, bro. He made the proper adjustments. Your man, what's his name? The coach for the Boston?
I don't want to destroy his name.
Udoka?
Yeah, stay with me.
Yeah, I think that's called. Yeah,
Udoka.
Udoka.
He's a rookie coach. He's exceeding any expectation that they had right now. But hold on. When you get to the championship level right now, like, Kerr's been here and done that. So he made the proper adjustment. Yo, who would have thought putting Belinga and Wiggins on him like that? And Jaylen Brown. They said let Jaylen Brown go because Jaylen Brown's not a consistent shooter. You know what I'm saying? So when he hits his shots, shut
down Tatum and let the rest of the team beat you.
But that's a good basketball coach, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to shut down the best player and the other guys, let the other guys beat you.
Now think about it. What can Boston do from now? What can Boston do from now, though?
Nothing. Because look what's what Boston did. Boston kind of, I can't say shut them down, but they tried to put the clamps on Curry, and then the others stepped up.
Don't forget, Otto Porter's been big too with those few games, also for them. Also,
listen. We had an Andre Iguodala sighting out there, bro. Come on, man. When you can rely on guys to come off the bench,
the team is do their job. Bro.
Listen, the team is great, man. The team is great. I think that only thing I don't like about this series, I think I said this last week, I think this is drawing it out too much. The games are way too spaced out. You know what I mean? It's like, and people are like, oh, these guys need rest. Listen, I'm just learning the game of hockey because of you guys. Mm-hmm. If those hockey players can get out there night after night, so can those daggone basketball players. Because those it's way more, I think, endurance and stamina to skate up and down on that ice non-stop.
Boogie, I can answer that question.
But you do know, I mean, there's a little other factors in it as well, because like I mean, I don't know if like how much you're paying attention to hockey, but they change lines a lot.
Right,
In
like
the
every
game.
30 to 40
You know what I'm
seconds,
saying?
changing lines.
Yeah, they're always changing lines. So they're
You
on the ice, they're going
if
crazy,
you-
but then they're
if you
jumping right
play-
off.
Right, if you play in a night, they play 60-minute period. Steele 60-minute games, 3 20-minute periods. If you're playing 20 minutes a night, that's a lot.
Think about
in
it.
the NHL.
That's
But I'm
one
just
period.
saying,
That's
those
one
guys,
period.
I'm just saying those guys are skating constantly.
Yeah,
That's
but they're skating constantly. But
Constantly,
then when
yeah.
they're tied, they just jump to the side.
They're off for like about maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
And there's 2 other lines that play in between before they get
or
back
3,
on.
depending on
And when I say lines, I mean like
players,
like because
Yeah.
they have like how like NBA you have the starting 5 and then you have the 5 that come off the bench. Like they have like lines. That's
it's usually how they play with Steele. Is you usually play with 2 goaltenders. You play 6 defensemen and 12 forwards. So you have 20 men on your roster, and you're playing 18 guys pretty much, changing every 30 to 40 seconds each game.
Well, I'm telling you right now, just watching
That's the
from my outside looking in, those guys are moving for them. However time they on the
and they're on skates.
And they're on skates and they're getting body checked into the wall. Listen, I'm a basketball fan, and I don't know much about hockey, but I'm saying right now, I feel like if those hockey players can get out there and on a day rest or 2 days rest, whatever it was, and get back on the ice, basketball players don't need 3 days between each game.
But I don't think this is because of rest though. I think
this is because they talk money, right?
It's for money. They're trying to schedule out.
But they're doing it for money. But however, the ratings are down because people are just not watching because they're forgetting. Like me, I almost forgot the game is on tonight.
Some people will say that to me. I said, it's game 6. I said, yes, it is.
So it's too much air between each game.
So now that we're even talking about the game being tonight, the odds are favorite for Boston to win today just because. Do you go with that? Do you think that the Warriors are just going to say, you know what? Yeah, let me take my foot off the pedal a little bit and let them get this.
I think the Warriors have a championship pedigree. I think they know, if anybody knows how to finish, it's that team. And if you think Steph Curry is going to go over tonight, you just don't know basketball. That man, I really feel like he's taking the next step. I think Klay Thompson is ready to go. I think Wiggins should be MVP, which he probably won't get it if they close it out tonight. But again, I think that whole team is just ready to put Boston out of their misery.
Yeah, so Boston's favored by 3.5 tonight. Okay, I look at this game. I'm sitting there going, Golden State want to go game 7. They want to clinch it tonight, get it done with, because game 7, anything can happen. That's in any sport. Game 7, anything can happen. I think they wrap it up tonight. I don't think it's going to be as easy as people think, but I think they will wrap it up.
One thing I want to touch on really quick is, can we stop as fans with this comparison stuff? Jason Tatum is no Kobe Bryant. Okay?
Oh, God, yeah, I heard that.
Somebody compared them to?
Yes.
Several people have.
No. Jason Tatum is no Kobe
Bryant.
All right?
No.
Not even close.
No. I'm glad I didn't hear that.
Bro,
I've heard it.
The comparisons all week. I mean, it's sickening.
No.
Let these players be who they are. Like, and to me, Jason Tatum is the invisible man in the fourth quarter. He does not want to shoot the basketball.
Has he had a good shooting night this whole playoffs? I mean,
he's
had
some good. He's had quarters 1, 2, and 3 pretty good. His fourth quarter numbers are horrendous. He's averaging 4 points in the fourth quarter for
now. Let me ask you: are you trying to say Boston's not winning because Tatum is not performing, or is it a combination of many things?
I think if Tatum is aggressive, and you know what, I hate to use that word because I hate to hear him on TV talking about stay aggressive. That's like the common code or whatever. But I feel like Tatum not being aggressive in the fourth quarter, even making the defense think about it. He's not even like trying. He's just taking really long, bad shots, and he's bailing the defense out. Jaylen Brown is taking it to the cup. Al Horford is hitting that ugly 3-pointer. I don't even know how he.
Yeah, but he's not consistent enough to.
He does that little bit. In order for them to be successful,
they're taking Marcus Smart out.
Here's a perfect
the
example.
referees, and I don't like to blame the refs, but the referees is taking away Marcus Smart's aggressiveness.
I'm about to say, because that's his only talent that he has up there, and not for nothing, that's the same. That's the catch-22 you're gonna get if you're gonna complain about Draymond, because that's what Draymond does.
Yes.
So if you're gonna stop Draymond from doing that, then guess what? Marcus Smart is gonna get that same attention. You see what I'm saying?
Again, Boston gotta choose their battles, because when they drew that line, like you just said, the referees say, "Okay, Smart, you can't do it either."
Yeah, and that's what he's there for. Because he often hits like one of those well-timed dagger threes, bro. He's not even hitting those now. You know what I'm saying?
I seen the stat. Tatum is 38 for 102 shooting in this final so far.
Oh, yeah,
38 for 102.
I mean,
that's almost 40%. Almost
37%.
Right? Yeah, almost 40%.
37%. That's
mathematician.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good math, Boogie. I'm pretty impressed. Listen, again, in today's NBA, isn't that what they're shooting? I mean, when you're chucking up terrible 3-point, I mean, on fast breaks, you're chucking up you have a layup, and they're stopping and pulling up from three. I don't understand it. And what Wiggins is doing is so impressive. Wiggins is not taking any threes. He's just going in the paint.
Tatum is 19 for 40 for 3-point shooting this series.
He's
shooting over almost 50%.
I'm not going to be the old man in the room and sit here and complain about the 3-point shooting, because me personally, like, I've seen different eras and styles of basketball in my lifetime of basketball, and it's been different. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and I see every generation wants to say that their generation is the best, and the generation that passed was the best. Blah 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 blah. Bro, the game has evolved. Every sport has been like this. Yeah. Every single sport: hockey, basketball, baseball, football, everything. A lot of things have geared towards safety and been soft and all that stuff. So now, what happened was they softened the NBA. You got guys like Curry, who were the pioneer. Curry and Clay were the pioneers of being exceptional jump shot shooters. Because back in the days, shooting a jump shot was like the bailout. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? If I can't get the foul call, if I can't get the inside moves and stuff like that, let me just do a little bailout and somebody hit a little midi. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Reggie Miller, right? Reggie Miller is considered one of the top 75. Why? Because he was a great 3-point shooter back then. But look at his numbers compared to now. Like, it has no comparison to it. So back then, you felt like he was a 3-point threat, but he really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just hit the occasional threes in clutch situations, so it made it feel like he was the first Curry.
He played the Knicks all the time.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, when people sit here and they want to complain, what you got to understand is complain about those players because they trying to do what they're doing because they keep winning championships, jacking threes up.
I'll go further.
So now they want to do it too so that they can win, but they're not as good as them. So now it looks stupid.
I'll go further back than that with the threes. It started coming in to be like the hot thing when Larry Bird came in the league.
When who?
When Larry Bird came in the league.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, he was shooting threes, but not to this level. Like, nobody was shooting threes to this level.
Right.
Because remember that when the ABA is the one who brought this 3-point situation to begin with, right? Yeah. Am I correct?
Yes.
Correct. Like the ABA, they brought this 3-point because they didn't even have a 3-point line at the time.
You could have watched the ABA days, and that's all they did was shoot 3 points in the ABA days. You ever watch an ABA game?
But that's what I said. But they were shooting threes a lot in that era. You know what I'm saying? So in your mind, you felt like they were shooting a lot of threes. But if you looked at actual stats, they really wasn't shooting a lot of threes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so basically what I'm saying is these guys are winning championships. They're a dynasty. So what do you want to do? You want to be like them, or you want to be better than them. So you're going to try to emulate what they're doing. None of these people can play like this,
I will give you a perfect example of a player, okay, who I don't think ever shot threes that I've ever seen, okay? And he was a New York Knick at the time, Bernard King.
Okay. You say he didn't shoot threes?
Didn't shoot threes.
Yeah. He shot a lot of middies.
I never seen him shoot threes. But the guy was one of the best scorers there ever was, I thought.
Well, again, I think that's piggybacking on what Boogie said. It wasn't a part of the offense back then. I best believe that Bernard at 3-point shooting was a thing back then. Bernard would have been a pretty good 3-point shooter.
And-
He's a good shooter, period.
And
Right,
his career would have been longer because he wouldn't have been taking it to the basket as much.
Exactly.
Right.
Because remember, at his
that guy,
knee.
you couldn't stop him in the block.
Yeah,
I'm
his
sorry.
knee.
That
And
was
back-
unstoppable. That move.
Okay, back in the day, I mean, playing basketball, all my coaches said the same thing. Don't let them, no layups.
Yeah.
You give them the jump shot. If they make the jump shot, you can live with it,
Right.
right? But no layups. Now it's like, give them a layup, but don't let them shoot threes.
Is that,
You know?
is that why you started getting muscles so you can knock people down for layups?
No,
is that where it started?
No. The muscle started because I don't know if y'all can see it on the screen. I tell people the story all the time. I got a big chrome dome, and unlike losing weight, you can't lose the size of your head. So I decided to fill myself out so it make my head look a little bit smaller.
I might. I myself, but
I gotta mute you, bro. Don't talk. Let's just observe what he just said, Chet.
I know that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
He filled himself up to
Mm-hmm.
make his head look smaller. Oh, we talking about here. This is a sports show.
Well, like I said, when I play basketball, I'm guilty of it too. I'm a 3-point shooter first.
Some people shouldn't drink and talk on sports shows.
Hold on, isn't this what this show is for? I mean, we bring the comic relief. You can't give certain people certain things. I'm sorry.
But I agree. I agree with Steele at one point. Like I said, everything has changed these days, and it's more toward okay, yeah. Let them have the layup. Let them have the dunk. Don't let them kill you with the threes where they're shooting 9,000 threes a game.
Right. I mean, if you look at it, Wiggins, right? They're trying to run him off the 3-point line, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to take the three.
He just drives right by him to
Wants
see it.
to go to the basket.
But he'll
I'm
shoot
like,
it though. But you
yeah,
have to
he'll shoot
respect it because he'll make it.
Right. But he's like, oh, y'all giving me these layups?
Yes.
I'm taking him.
I'm going to take all these layups.
And I'll shoot the midi. And I'll shoot the turnaround.
And another problem
And
I'm
I'll
seeing,
pass the ball. And I'll rebound. Bro, he's rebounding, bro.
Bro, listen. I know Cat's over there like this. Yo, me and this guy was playing together. This guy wasn't doing none of this stuff over here. Now he want to get traded, and now he want to live the lavish life while he left me down here with these Timberwolves.
and here's
You know what I'm saying? I got traded, bro. I didn't ask for trade.
Exactly. Another problem I'm seeing overall in the NBA period. All right, can you know how to shoot a free throw? How is it to shoot a free throw?
Yeah, that's interesting. Now everybody's trying their best to be great 3-point shooters. You would think that they would be great free throw shooters, no?
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
weird.
That's
the best free throw shooter is the guy right behind you. It Mr. Curry.
But again, what we were talking about earlier is a fact. Curry is a great shooter. It don't matter
Period.
where he's shooting from.
Yeah.
Period.
He
You
can
see
shoot in
how
the
he
locker room.
finishes?
He can shoot in the locker room.
You see how he finishes around the rim?
Yeah, I was gonna
He
say that.
is a great shooter. He has very
Boogie,
good
if
hands.
you ever find his pregame routine that he does,
Bro, I was just about to say that. Remember
Yeah.
how Beckham, everybody used to arrive to the stadium to look at Beckham, get
Yep.
the
Yes.
one-hand catches and stuff like that? Bro, people crowd around to watch Curry do his antics before a game. The dude is shooting in the stands.
yeah,
He's
shooting
doing
the
all these
locker
trick
room,
shots. He's
doing the
shooting
dribbling he
half
does with
court
the ball all the
Yo,
time.
bro, the dude's putting on a show before the game even
Yeah.
starts, bro.
Right.
So he loves basketball so much, bro. Like,
Yes.
like he grew up with his
His
father.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Playing the
Yeah, he's
NBA,
a
and they say he used to
shooter.
bring him out there and he'd be shooting all day. Like, the dude's a shooter, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
And everybody's not a shooter.
and his dad was a 3-point specialist. Think
right.
about that. His dad was a 3-point specialist, and he
Yep.
didn't even shoot as much threes.
And he's
A
much
3-point specialist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
You
Yeah,
see what
well,
I'm saying?
Oh, look. To be truth be told, Kerr was a 3-point specialist too.
Right. Defensive
saying?
player too. He was.
All right, so I mean,
Craig Hodges,
Craig Hodges,
Jim,
Trent
John
Tucker,
Paxson,
Trent Tucker with the
Trent
Knicks.
Tucker. Yo, there was 3-point
Yeah.
specialists, and they probably averaged 2 or 3 threes a game.
Even Kukoc when he came and played was shooting threes like crazy.
but see the 3-point basket.
But see now when you bring that up, when Kukoc arrived in the game was changing
Yeah.
from the hard
It's-
fouls. It started becoming more like the European ball because
Right.
European ball is shooting, big men
Yeah.
shooting. That's European basketball. So that's when they started bringing them in.
I will sit there. Okay, I'm aging back a little bit. You'll probably remember this morning, Boogie. Anything else? The best pure shooter I've ever seen in basketball was Drazen Petrovic.
Oh, Drazen was amazing.
Purist.
And he wasn't a
Ever.
3-point
Ever.
shooter like
He
all the
wasn't.
time. You know what I'm saying? But
He
that
wasn't.
but that dude,
That
it
wasn't
was more than
shoot.
shooting. It was more than shooting with him. He
Oh,
talked trash.
why?
He was talking
Jordan
Jordan hated playing
trash.
against
and-
him. Jordan
because he had a
hated
bad
He
playing
wasn't.
against him.
He wasn't better shooting than Abdul.
Oh, no.
But
Petrovic
Abdul
destroyed him.
Rauf,
Yes, he was
Petrovic
not a better shooter.
destroyed him.
He was not a better
Nah,
shooter than
Petrovic
Raul.
destroyed
let me
him.
tell you why. Let me tell you why he is. Let me tell you why he is. Because I was a fan of Chris Jackson.
Chris, okay, let's
I
talk
was a
about
fan
it.
of,
Let's
I
talk
was a
about
fan
it.
of Chris
Let's talk about it.
Jackson.
Mahmoud
Okay,
Mahmoud
when he
Rauf.
turned himself to Mahmoud Abdul Rauf with the tick,
Yeah.
with the tick. All right,
Yes.
don't tell me that I don't know about him, bro. He was John Starks. That's what he was. He
Yes.
was an amazing 3-point shooter, but he also went cold for long stretches
Ice
too,
cold.
bro. That dude
Shaq
was
ain't playing with him.
streaky, bro.
Yeah.
Streaky. Like all you was looking at was the highlights when he was
No,
killing,
I was
dropping
I was-
50, dropping 30.
No, I was watching. I was following from
LSU.
LSU. I was following from LSU.
No,
Shaq
but
hated playing with
LSU, Chris Jackson is a little different from NBA.
Shaq hated playing
Okay,
with him in LSU.
LSU Chris Jackson was God. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
but NBA Chris
Patrick all day
Jackson
long.
/ Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, he could shoot, but he also could clank. You know what I'm saying? Drazen Petrovic, if he was cold, he's taking it to the basket and yamming it.
Oh, right. He's
And
passing.
yamming it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Jordan has said numerous times he is the worst guy he hated playing against was Petrovic. Period.
Again,
Because
So I have to agree. I don't do this often, but I have to agree with Chet. Until you arrive with somebody else that you feel is a better shooter, we're talking about old school guys. We're not talking about new school guys. Old school shooters, then, whatever.
I mean, listen, I don't disagree. I think Petrovic was a good shooter. Great shooter. Excuse me. No, Petrovic.
Oh,
He's a
Petrovic.
good shooter.
I thought you said, I almost took you off the screen when you said Patrick.
Yo, for a big man, Patrick Ewing was a decent shooter.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah, he had a nice jump shot touch.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Big
the
man.
best shooter, but you know what I'm saying.
No, we all know who the best shooter was. That's a Kareem Olajuwon, without question.
Outside shooter wise, center wise, yeah.
That's not even a debate. Oh, first of all, I saw something this week. Just to change the subject for a second.
Okay.
They was talking about on the first take the best fan base, best cities, fan base city.
I heard
Right?
this, yeah.
And Mad Dog had the audacity. I'm not gonna go over the whole because the whole list was subject to opinion. Like it was decent,
Obviously.
right?
Right.
But he said Cleveland was the best sports city in the United States.
Now, I didn't hear this show, so I have no I didn't have a built-in opinion to this. When you say that, let's put this in perspective.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm assuming you think the bigger cities are the cities that were better, like New York,
No, absolutely not.
California, Philadelphia, fans like that, right? But let's put this in perspective, bro. How much winning do they do? As a whole, Cleveland Cavaliers, Cleveland Indians, now Guardians.
No, it's the Guardians, not the Indians.
No, I said even Indians / Guardians, right? Cleveland Browns, bro. The Cleveland Browns. Think about what happened here. The Cleveland Browns haven't won. They split their organization and moved to Baltimore and won. That's a gut check. And guess what? There's fans in the stands all the time. They're always there, and they never have a chance of winning, bro. Outside of LeBron arriving back and giving them some life and actually winning a championship, bro, they experience no winning, and they're always there. They're not like the Atlanta Braves who win championships.
I was going to say Atlanta,
and nobody's there.
I was going to bring
Marlins, nobody's there. LA, everybody's on their phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I have to say that's a fair argument.
Let me give you one base, Steele.
Sam?
I didn't see the whole thing, okay, what was said, but I'll give you one base within the next 5 to 10 years. It's going to blow everybody away. And that's Vegas.
I already was just going to say that. But the thing is, there's not many people that are Vegas rooted, if that makes any sense. There's not many people.
I will answer that question because I do know people very well that do live in Vegas.
No, people live in Vegas, but what I'm trying to say,
I said that moved from New York.
But that's what I'm saying. They're not Vegas
right.
rooted.
You will be surprised on how many more people there are that are Vegas bred, homegrown, are going to these games.
No, they're going now, but they grew up liking another team because they didn't have a team.
Yeah, well, they would grow up and say they would like the LA teams, the Arizona teams.
But that's what I'm trying to say. So they
already have it now. You have the Raiders, and you know how crazy that fan base is. Regardless, they're traveling. Period. You got the Golden Knights. You can't get a ticket there. Period. Right. You're going to get a baseball team there soon. They are.
I don't doubt that.
That place is groomed for that.
But it's also groomed for gambling. So that's why it's like a lot of people in there, not necessarily diehard fans, because like I said, these teams.
No, I know people, like I said, out there that are diehards of the Raiders and the Golden Knights.
Raider Nation. See, now this is how I correlate that, right? Let's say I'm a Mets fan, I'm a Knicks fan. Let's say those teams moved to Delaware.
Okay.
The Delaware Mets, the Delaware Knicks, whatever. I'm still a Knicks fan, a Mets fan.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So I'm going to follow them there. So the Raiders, poor Raiders, have went from LA to Oakland to LA to now they're in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So that actually is one of the best fan bases.
But I'm telling you,
Raider Nation.
You should see all the pregame stuff they have out there.
Raider Nation is pretty.
It's even the Golden Knights. It's insane out there in Vegas. It's like you ever get a baseball team out there? Oh my Lord, forget it.
There was running minor leagues out there.
They had minor leagues. The Mets had a minor league team out there for a few years out there. They did. But I look at it like this. I'm going, you give them 5 to 10 years, and if they get a baseball team or even a basketball team out there, oh Lord, forget it. It's over.
Well, since you brought up baseball, bro, let's talk baseball. Since you brought up baseball,
okay.
The Atlanta Braves are on a tear, bro. And now all I see is trolling from Yankee fans. See, I knew it. It was only a matter of time before the Braves just catch you guys, and you guys are finished. Blah 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 blah. Are you kidding me? The Atlanta Braves are definitely going through their softest part of the schedule. They're playing against teams that are horrendous. Now, credit to them, they're winning all the games because most people go into the situation saying, "I want to win the series," but this team is winning every game. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to them for doing that. But let's see what happens when they go to the West Coast. Okay, let's see when they gotta play the Angels and got to play the Dodgers and got to play San Francisco and got to play San Diego. Let's see what happens when they got to do that stretch. Then let's talk about how great they are. All right? Because not for nothing, the Mets still have the best record in the National League. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Correct.
So we're gonna downplay a Met team who's still successful? Like, it makes no sense to me. And why do Yankee fans even care? Why do you even care what we're doing? You guys are the best record in baseball. You got a Nestor Cortez.
No, okay, we started with him.
Why do you care what we're doing? Please elaborate. Help me here.
I mean, if you look at the schedule that, like I said, Atlanta's been playing, they're playing the Diamondbacks, the Rockies, the A's, the Pirates, the Nationals,
and now the Cubs.
Good. And now you're playing the Cubs. You're playing in Wrigley, though. That could be a problem. But if you look at their next 10 games after that, you got the 7 games with the 4 with the Giants, the 3 with the Dodgers. I think their major problems would be the 3 games after that when they have to go play Philly. In Philly.
Philly's on fire too.
Yeah. Philly's been playing very well too. Okay. Ronald Acuna is a stud, of course. Okay.
Who?
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yeah.
The guy that's been carrying them lately is Dansby Swanson.
Right.
If Dansby Swanson's not hitting, this team's going nowhere these last few games because nobody else is hitting on that team.
Their pitching is doing well too.
Their pitching as well, but like I said, you're playing against teams that you should beat, and they are beating them. They are beating them every game.
Every game. That's the difference. Every game. Bro.
Every game.
In the beginning of the season, we talked about teams that were supposed to be successful, and I do believe we all said that Atlanta was supposed to be a good team.
Yes. Oh, we all said that. Yeah.
All right. So it's not like anybody's jumping off a bridge here and saying,
but 14 games straight, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. That's
For
crazy.
baseball, that is bananas. Yes.
That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that. A team got that kind of streak and still 5 games behind.
Yeah.
Let's give some
That
credit
tells you
where
how good the
credit's
Mets
due.
are.
Let's give some credit where credit is due here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we lost some of our lead, but we ain't have no 14-game winning streak.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like he got his 4 all year.
Well, as I said earlier, I think baseball is it's not about winning games consecutively, it's about winning series.
Right.
And so the Mets won a lot of series.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what you're supposed to
14,
do.
14 is cute, but at the end of the day, you want those series wins.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line to me.
Take
you know
2
what
or
I'm
3
saying?
or 4 every game. You're going to be successful in this league.
And switch it back and forth. And switch it back and forth with the Yankees. The Yankees has just been super dominant. Like and like I said, now I'm gonna play the devil's advocate for the Yankee fans too. All I hear is people saying the Yankees only can score by the home run, right? Sometimes I've seen them do other things. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the home run is more prevalent because that's what they're built for. And then you got an Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is an animal. Probably MVP of the American League. You know what I'm saying? The dude's hitting for high average. The dude's leading in home runs. Like the dude is going crazy, bro. Let me see. I think I got a video of his 25th. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Do I have that kid? Yeah.
Bro,
His 25th home run yesterday. Went opposite field in the short short porch.
He's their center
the short
field.
porch.
The 3-2. Driven out to right center field. Ball go back on the track at the wall. See ya. Home run, Aaron Judge. His 25th, and it's a 1-0 Yankee lead.
But I mean,
The dude is batting .313, bro. Like, it ain't just a home run,
bro.
And like I said, going now at the last night, they're at 100 home runs for the year as a team.
He
Okay.
has over 40 RBIs.
Yeah, still, and the team is only batting overall as a team after last night 247.
The thing is, you're looking at the people like the Gallows and the Hicks and stuff like that, guys who are hitting terribly and only swinging for the fences. You do have guys on the team like that, right? But and like I said, every once in a while, some of your role players are hitting home runs too. So like I said, by the naked eye, it's looking like that's all they're doing.
On the team, they've only got 2 guys batting .300. The Yankees. Let's see if you can name them both.
Well, you know you got Judge.
Right, that's the obvious one.
I don't know who's the other guy.
Let me tell you the other guy is.
Don't tell me it's Doshiyoko or whatever his name is. It's not him.
You're close. It's the other catcher, Jose Trevino.
Oh, Trevino. Yeah, but Trevino's having a good season.
Yeah. I mean, he's batting .300 even.
He's having a good season.
The rest of these stats they're batting. If you
and Carpenter, they bring up Carpenter.
And he's smacking the ball all over the place.
Here's their batting averages of the team. Rizzo, 218. Gleyber Torres, 250. Kiner Falefa, 274. Donaldson, 230. Gallo, 186. Hicks, 222. Stanton, 268. LeMahieu, 256. Higashioka, 177.
Okay.
That's pretty bad.
My question, you say that to say what?
It's simple. They need to start hitting without hitting home runs to score runs, or you're going to be in trouble because they're not going to depend on it all year.
So we're almost at the halfway point. Right? They are dominating the league playing the way they are. And you're saying that that's not good enough.
Okay, let me put that in perspective.
Yeah, I'll let you go.
I'll play devil's advocate since that's the angle he's going. And please, nobody think that this is what I'm thinking. But I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here to answer Steele. Yes, they are dominating the regular season, right? You guys are definitely known for dominating the regular season. But what happens? You got hung up in the playoffs. Why? Think about it. Let's convert it to basketball, right? The Utah Jazz. They've been known to be dominant in the regular season, playing their style of ball, right? But what happens in the playoff series? You have teams that's scouting just you, right? Just you. So now they're playing to your weaknesses. So if you're one-dimensional, it's very easy to stop you when you're one-dimensional. So what he's trying to say is, if your guys are not going to hit for average, like if we put a shift on, and knowing you guys can't hit on one side of the field, and if you're going for home runs, right? let's just keep walking Judge because we know he's gonna do what he gotta do. So just keep walking Judge, pitch around him, and then everybody else keep the baseball out of their range because everybody has a hot zone. Some people's inside, some people's outside. So hey, let me just pitch where his weakness is, where he can't hit a home run, where if he sneaks a hit here and there, whatever, we'll give that up, but we won't lose that way. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now let's convert that to how the Mets are playing. The Mets, you don't even know how they're going to get their runs, bro. Sometimes it's by home run. Sometimes it's by bunting. Sometimes it's by base hits. Sometimes by stealing bases. Sometimes by taking the extra base. Bro, I said, I'm not trying to toot their horn or whatever like that, but literally, it could be anybody in the lineup. Any person in the lineup. You don't even know who it is. Bro, these guys, like teams are shifting on them, and they're hitting through the open area of the shift. Like, and this is something that I never understood.
What's he supposed to do?
But this is what I'm saying. I never understood this in baseball. If you have a shift and you got 3 guys on one side of the field, why don't you push bunt or something and get the ball out there? And so many people have so many excuses why it can't be done. The Mets are doing it on a daily basis. Right. So teams are stopping the shift against them because they're literally doing just that. So now that they're doing that, I don't care what nobody says now. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, devil's advocate. That's what Chet is saying. They have to get better at situational hitting.
My problem
for playoffs.
My problem with what Chet is saying is the Yankees' downfall last year was what? Pitching.
Yes.
All right. Yes. So now that the pitching,
they're great pitching.
All right, has stepped up. There's no holes. So a team say
you can't say no holes.
There's holes in the Yankees.
It's holes in every baseball team.
Yes.
All right. I'm not saying there's nothing there, but I'm saying their liability last year is now one of their strengths.
But one of your strengths was the back end of your bullpen, and now that's not your strength.
Yankees,
now that's not your strength. You see what I'm saying? You gained it in the front end.
Here's your problem, still with the Yankees.
You gained it in the front end, but you lost it in the back because Chapman is toast.
Closer in baseball right now.
Here's my other issue I got with Lou. Okay.
Best percentage right now.
He Chapman is your closer.
Yeah, he puts out his
Chapman is your closer.
But listen again.
Cole is your go-to, and Chapman is your closer.
If you listen to Aaron Boone, Aaron Boone said very clearly, he said he is not worried about who closes the game, which is telling you right now that he's not worried about putting Chapman there. He's worried about setting up the eighth frame. Eighth frame.
We're bully.
Eighth frame.
Right? He's saying sometimes the game is won in that 8th inning. Okay? So he's not worried about who. He's happy that he has somebody that he can rely on. But at the end of the day, right now, the best closer in baseball is on the New York Yankees.
Wrong.
It's just, bro.
Wrong.
It's numbers. Baseball is numbers.
Wrong.
He's the best one right now. Now, he's the best closer. You think. We're talking about numbers.
I'm going to jump in and also Golly disagree with you. Here's the problem with the Yankees. I've said this early in the year. Your starters are going to kill you because you're taxing your bullpen. Because right now, the Yankee starters overall are averaging 5 2/3 innings a start. That means you're pitching your bullpen over 3 innings a game. That is way too much these days. Way too much. You're supposed to have Cole supposed to throw 7, 8 innings. Okay. Cortez, last night, perfect example. Oh, I won the game. Yeah, I gave up 1 run. 5 1/3 innings to almost 100 pitches.
Now, let me ask you a question, Chet.
Good.
Who is their 4th and 5th starter?
Right now, I would sit there and say it's Tiana Montgomery.
Okay.
Now.
What do you think about them? Are they solid starters?
I think Tyan can be a good starter. Yes, I think so. Okay. Montgomery, when he's healthy, he's been hurt too, and he's been inconsistent. As a starter, he's good for them. He's good for a starter.
So now, right? You got 2 solid pitchers in the back end of your.
I would say okay pitches, right? Okay.
So now in a playoff series, you only require 3 starters,
right?
Am I correct? So with that being said, if this, like in the words of Steele, if this is what's been working for them, so if Cole and Cortez and who's the third starter, Severino, if they decide they're only going to pitch 5 innings or maybe 5 and a third, 2/3, you still got 2 solid starters that were starting all season that can step in and relieve them. So now the bullpen, the other guys that's been doing their job coming in early, now they can come in later and salvage them pitcher wise. No.
Well, in my opinion, when it comes to the playoffs, the only time you're using those guys in the bullpen is if you're really getting blown out of a game where you need to eat up innings. Okay, you're going to go with your hottest pitcher in the playoffs when it comes out of that bullpen, regardless of what team it is. That's always been like that in baseball.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. So
right.
if you got your 4 and 5 as a pretty dominant, like stat.
I'm not saying they're not dominant. They're not dominant 4 and 5s.
So they're not good. Then you're saying.
I said they're okay.
Because don't they have the best starting 5 in baseball? They have the best starting 5 in baseball. No. So how can they be trashed?
Wait a second. Right now or when healthy?
No, right now they're the best starting.
Right now they're the best 5. When
they're
healthy,
the best 5.
When healthy, no, it's the team in Queens that have the better starting 5.
Well, we're talking down the line.
Right now they're pitching good, but the problem is they're only pitching 5 2/3 innings. You're going to kill your bullpen. And by the way, there's the other issue I have with Lou. Okay, Lou puts out a thing today on Facebook, sitting there saying, "Oh, this guy is the best closer in baseball." Okay, he's having 30 scores. Okay, he's having a good stretch. Okay, when it comes to it, he's not the best closer in baseball. No.
So who is the best closer in baseball?
The best closer in baseball to me is in Milwaukee and Josh Hader. By far.
What about the American League?
Oh, the American League? Well, right now he's pitching up. There's a couple of guys I would look at also that you could look at. I mean, they got to look. You see, you got who do you have there? You got Iglesias, who's not that bad in Anaheim when he's good. There's a kid in Texas. Well, I want to see what they're going to do with him. Okay, when it comes to trading deadline, Joe Barlow. Okay.
This is my thing.
Are we basing this off of numbers? What are we basing it off of?
Well, Lou basically right now is basically saying he's not, he's like the face of the closers. Like, we had that argument with the face of baseball.
He is.
He's pitching well. Yes, he is pitching well. I will give you that.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Will he be in the All-Star game?
That I can't answer because I don't know.
I think because he started off kind of late.
No. Because if you're the best closer in baseball, there's no doubt you're going to be an All-Star because the best closer is always in the All-Star game. So you can't say I think.
Okay, well, but I'm gonna say he's in the All-Star game.
No. Don't say because I said that. Your first reaction was I think he had a bad start. So now is he the best now?
I said he wasn't. Remember, Chapman was a closer.
I know.
Right. So he stepped into a role and was successful.
And he's flourished so far. He's flourished.
Right. So I'm saying if he started off, maybe we were talking off the top without a question. He is. But again, that's up to the voting. I'm saying right now, the number with baseball to me, and what I've learned from even talking to you guys and studying baseball is all about numbers.
And eye test. And eye test. Because let me tell you this.
But even the eye test, when you watch him, he's outstanding.
Tyler McGill, when the season started before he got hurt, numbers wise, was the best pitcher in the Mets.
And I'll give you another guy.
But is he the best pitcher of the Mets?
No.
So that's basically what Chet's saying. Numbers wise, that guy's the best closer in baseball. But is he the best closer in baseball?
No.
But listen,
that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
But listen, when Chapman was out there, I know you guys not Yankee fans all like that.
I'm a baseball fan, bro.
He was terrible out there.
He's horrible.
He was horrible out there.
Yeah.
So wouldn't he be questioning Boone if he just pushed him right back out there? When you switch those guys, if I'm Boone, I'm switching them. I'm letting Chapman set up the 8th.
For sure.
Give him
I wouldn't even let Chapman set up the 8th.
Yeah.
Because when Edwin Diaz was struggling 2 years ago on the Mets, they didn't even have him pitching the 8th.
They had
him pitching the 6th or 7th to get his act together. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't disagree. I agree with you.
Because you can't, when you put him in the eighth, that's still a very important role in trying to win a game.
Yeah.
You are absolutely correct.
So now Chapman making the money he's making, will you let him pitch 6 or 7? Because remember, everybody was accusing Boone as being the puppet and he's only analytics.
Yep.
Is that going to happen? When Chapman gets back?
Listen, that will be I think it'll be a gut punch for Chapman. I think that'll help him better because for some reason he think that's his spot, and I think that's why he's listen. Get hot, get comfortable again, okay, and then you can fight for your spot. But right now, I think y'all are correct. Maybe he should be pitching 5th or 6th.
Right.
I don't disagree with that. I think
here's another perfect example, like you said about injuries like Chapman. I'll just get off the subject of that. Look at Boston. What's going on with Chris Sale? Okay, Chris Sale's about to come back. He's already sat there and said, "I don't care what role I come back in, whether I start, whether I come in middle relief, or I close. I don't care. I want to pitch." That's what he wants to do. That's the attitude Chapman should be taking.
I would hope like that. I would hope he is,
but he won't be.
I know a lot of you. To me, pardon me, he was borderline terrible last year.
Yeah, even the year before he wasn't that great either. The last few years,
it's just like in certain spots he shined, and it kind of we kind of looked past some of his very bad outings because he had some very good outings. But again, I don't think the key to the Yankees' success is on his arm. I think the key to Yankees' success right now is who they have right now playing for them. I feel like Aaron Hicks' bat is getting that much better. You know what? And these guys are going to start playing ball at the right time high. And that's all that's going to matter, in my opinion. Because baseball, how was I watching? We talked about the Mets earlier. The Mets were playing awesome team baseball for the first couple of months of this season. Awesome team. There was we talked about very limited holes. The Mets had, the defensive assignments, people were like, well, what do we do with them? Because they're playing small ball, long ball, bunting, stealing, everything that we all grew to love about baseball. The Mets
like
were
the Kansas City
right.
World Series champions.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Buck got those guys playing baseball. So
shout out to Buck. That's definitely manager of the year.
Right now, yeah. I mean, put it this way: the Mets have only hit 60 home runs as a team this year. Lindor's Alonso's got 19 of them.
Alonso's having an MVP season.
Absolutely,
him and Goldsmith.
But I think right now the huge key to this team that's been great all year, and he's bounced back, is Jeff McNeil. By far.
Oh, for sure. Because he went back to his old game.
That's right.
And Brandon Nimmo. We got all these. We got 300 hitters on our team, bro.
McNeil's 324 right now. He's batting. Nimmo's at 275.
Oh, he went down to 275 because he was batting 302.
Yeah.
Oh, because he got hurt and he got cold when he came back.
You got him. You got right now the only 2 300 hitters on the Mets are Guillaume and McNeil right now. But everybody else is batting between 250 and 290.
Yeah.
Again, good teams are going to find a way to win.
That's right.
And so far this season in baseball, the 2 best teams in baseball, in my opinion, right now are
in New York.
New York. That's what everybody's saying.
And I hope it continues that way because the Mets owe you guys from that 2000 World Series. We owe you guys.
Let me tell you something. New York will be the city again if that happens. New York will be the city again. Because right now, New York is not the city. We don't have anything to talk about in New York.
The Yankees is the only thing you talk about.
I mean,
that's what it's been for a long time.
And just talk about the Yankee fan in general. Like, being a Yankee fan, it kind of bothers me that everybody say if they don't make the playoffs or don't. Listen, that's not a fan. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to root for your team all through the season, not just playoff time. Like, that to me, that's why Mets fans get more kudos than Yankee fans because they don't support the team during the season. Mets fans are there from game 1 to game 160.
And we get laughed at.
Yep.
Not this season. But anyway,
No, we're still getting made fun of.
A real person.
We're getting made fun of because of Atlanta.
Let me tell you something. A real person that knows sports, we can joke around and clown or whatever, but a real person that knows sports cannot clown a Mets fan. Can't clown a Knicks fan. Can't clown a Cleveland Brown fan. You know what I'm saying? When you got people out there that's really supporting the team, how you clown them? That's what you need. No, you can clown. You can clown Lakers fans that show up in the second quarter and leave in the third.
Oh, you mean anybody in LA? You mean? Well, which team in LA?
That happens in every team in LA, bro.
Again, shame on them. Okay? Not shame on people that really support their team. No matter what their team is doing.
I agree. And it's after 8 o'clock. And this show is brought to you by 106 Street Tire and Wheel. See, Biggs, we are advertising 106 Street Tire and Wheel. Guys, I'm going to go get some food because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I need another drink.
I'm going to continue the drinking his horse. And I'm glad everybody that stayed with us for the show. And we guys will see you guys next Thursday. And probably we'll be talking about how Curry's the finals MVP. And Steele's going to publicly apologize for rooting for Boston. And then we're just going to go strictly to we got the NBA draft coming up soon.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Talking
NFL
football camps.
Soon. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we got more stuff to talk about outside of this still. So once the NBA is gone, it's gone.
Free Brittany Griner, man. This is what they doing in Russia.
Yes.
That girl is terrible.
That's a shame.
But
this is crazy. That's crazy.
That's insane,
crazy.
right?
That's crazy. All right, guys. Let's sign off. See you guys later.